so excited to be up here with you guys today. I know you guys had a marvelous week. I have. I am just excited to be up here with you all. So go ahead again, hit that like button, share, subscribe with family and friends. So, how is everyone today? Today is Thursday. Friday is coming around the corner. I don't know about you, but out here in the US, in the VA, it was cold. I'm telling you guys, this October in the morning time was cold. I woke up this morning and stepped my foot outside and door and was like, I got to turn back around and go change my clothes. Like, seriously, it was cold. And then later on this afternoon, it was warm. I said, okay, well, that's a part of nature. That's how nature rolls. So I cannot be mad at that. But I hope you guys are prepared because the time is getting ready to change. As you already know, the season is changing. We're in the month of October, and there is so much going on that you just got to keep up. So if you're in the US, if you're other parts of the continent where it's warm, hey, enjoy the warm weather. But if you're out here in the US on the East Coast, please prepare your body because the season is getting ready to hit hard. Getting ready to hit hard. Shout out to those who've been following me. Continue to hit that like button, share. I am your co-host, Cynthia J, on the Cynthia J podcast show. I am a birthing doula, a herbalist, a psalmist, and inspirational encourager and healer. We are up here today and we're going to be on a deep topic on episode 38. And it is going to be discussing on a topic that was actually brought to my attention again. And I really thank the men and the women who actually reach out and share these topics. And it's something that needs to be talked about. But before I get into that topic, I hope you guys keep everyone still lifted up in, prayer in Hawaii. We already know all the stuff that's going over there in Israel and UK. No offense to that, but we got a lot going on over here in the US. Let's keep everyone lifted up, not just over there, but we definitely need to support here. So if you're in the US, make sure you support your area, your community. Go out there, do as much as you can. That same thing goes for me as well, because you don't know what people are really going through out here. The struggle is for real. But anyway, let me get up here and start on our podcast. So our topic for today is on episode 38. And the topic goes like this: will men care about women body count? Do men care about women's body count? And I know you're like, okay, Cynthia, why are we always talking about the women? Why is it always got to be about us? Welcome, welcome, Tony Butler, Latrina, Onita. Welcome, guys. Hit that like button and share. Give your sister some hearts. So go hit the gold button. Show some love on TikTok. Those on Instagram. Those who on Restream, Facebook, LinkedIn, across the nations, internationally. Hit that like button. Share. Give your sister some hearts and support. But yes, do men or will men care about women's body count? That question was sent to me, and I was like, I believe I'm going to be stepping on some eggshells with some sisters today. But that's okay, because I'm willing to go through that with you because I love you guys. I love my sisters. And the truth is, real men, yes. Real men, yes. They do look at that. And then you're going to be like, well, hold up. Why is it always got to be about us women and not the men? Well, at the end of the day, who do we birth out of our womb? Who do we birth out of our womb? Men. We don't just birth young women, young girls. We birth young boys into men. We birth in them too. So they're coming from out of us. So with that being said, body counts do matter. I was listening to a YouTube short and I was trying to save it, but YouTube be acting funny. It disappeared. And it was this guy going and he was just talking to different women and asking questions. It just randomly popped up. And he even had men on there too talking as well. But the last two young ladies that came in at the end said some very deep stuff. And we've heard this time and time again. Even if you're at the workplace, if you're at home, if you're in a women's gathering, whatever that women's gathering could be, or it could just be a group of people with men and women, wherever you at. It can be a lounge, it can be socially outside, doesn't matter. And these last two young ladies said it is the way that you carry yourself. The young lady said, I dress this particular way, which by the way, she was in Miami, Florida. She said, I dress this particular way because this is my particular style. However, I like to cover myself, but still have class with it and look very feminine, not getting so deep in that new, well, technically not new, but that old trend of feminist thing that's going on now. Instead of sticking into what we supposed to really be doing is staying in our femininity. And when she said that, she said, I don't desire to be looked upon as a sex symbol in the manner that you see other women do now. And again, I mean, you hear people say to each his own. I can say to each his own every day. Yet I wouldn't be honest with you. I wouldn't be real. But as a woman, what she said was so profound and so deep that what you do with you does matter. The way you carry yourself. What is your characteristics about you, your behavior, everything about you, it matters. It really does matter. And you are being looked at. So if you're out here dressed in a certain way and your daughters are watching this, your daughters are watching you, and they think that's okay to dress that particular way. And so then guess what? If you're dressing very provocative, that's what your daughter's going to see. That's what they're going to grow up to start to do. That same thing goes even if they're watching social media. Anything on social media, especially YouTube, that's the go-to for kids to start off before they know anything about Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, any of these stuff that's out here, even down to one day my daughter found something called Zipito. I was like, what is that? And that's a way where you can create your avatar and they have all this little sexual stuff on there. When I say sexual, I mean the outfits on there are not covering, but they're showing that they're being a little provocative. And I was like, oh no, we cutting that out. We deleted that a long time ago. Mm-mm. But anyway, that goes to show what you wear and your character behind what you wear determines what you also attract. It's not just your energy alone. And trust me, chime this on in, my brothers. Y'all come in here too and hit that like button and share your comments too, because these are the things that we don't really look at as often as we should. We talk about it, we don't really look at it and dissect it in a manner that needs to be talked about more often, but not often enough. And so, with that being said, as I was telling my young daughter today, and she was just sharing something she was going through in school today. And I told her, I said, I notice every time when you like to dress a certain way, and she's new, she's just starting public school and all of that. She's been homeschooled for the last couple of years. And I told her, I said, when you dress a particular way, how do your peers act? How do they react to you? She looked at me like, why should that matter? You be very amazed. It matters because there are a lot of people out here, women and men and children now, who look at that and get jealous of certain things very quickly, very quickly. And so as she was telling me, she said, yeah, she said, you know what, mom, I never thought about that. But you're right. When I dress this particular way, all of a sudden, all the girls want to act funny and they want to mistreat me a certain way. But if I dress down a little bit, I fit in. I said, exactly. Don't do what they do to fit in. I even say this to grown women, to sisters. Don't do what they do just to fit in. Don't. Do not. You are beautiful. So when men, real men, approach you, they will approach you in a manner that they will show you better than they can tell you. They will treat you like a lady. They will open a door for you. Like I used to tell some of my friends when I used to go out there in the world a lot, and a lot of clubs and stuff, and I would never wear anything provocative. It would be something like leggings with a long, fitted type shirt, show some curves, but nothing showing skin. And I would have my hair done a certain way or head or how you see me have my hair now, wrapped in my turban. And as I was doing this, the guys would will come over first. Some of them would talk to my friends, and then they would speak to me, and I would speak to them and say hi back. How you doing? Ask them how their day were. And they were shocked. And then next thing I know, they're buying drinks. That was back in those good old days. They were buying drinks. And so some of my friends back then would be like, "Dang, girl, you be getting them like that." No, I'm just carrying a conversation. I don't have to be something that I'm not. So when you're out here and you turn around at a very young age and you're out here exposing yourself, and then before you know it, the explosion of what you show is gravitating that attention. And as a young woman growing into, and eventually when you become older, become a woman, you are attracting the wrong type of men. So then guess what? You're vulnerable to all the devices of things that's going on out here. And then guess what? Before you know it, you fall into the trap. You fall into the trap with the wrong type of guy. And then, emotions, spiritual connections, all those kind of things. And then before you know it, the next thing, you're with another guy, you're with another guy. You're going through the same repetition, same pattern. Or like you see now in social media, you have a lot of hip female rappers out here who have their past and they want to change their life. And people, like I posted today, you know, everything about time and past and all of that is technically illusion because your past is technically your current situation and is your future now. And so while you're out here doing stuff from way back, that way back is still cycling within your current situation and in your future. And that's still going to be there. You have a lot of individuals, especially celebrities, who are, like I said, rappers, actresses, whoever it may be, or social media influence. Oh, well, I don't want to say influencers. It's not even a proper word to put them. However, those who are out here actually just being an Instagram person or a Snapchat, you know, and promoter for themselves and doing things sexually, then yes. Welcome, guys, on Instagram. I see you guys. Welcome in the TikTok. Welcome for those who are on Restream, Facebook, and LinkedIn, and YouTube. I am your co-host, Cynthia J, on the Cynthia J Show on the topic, do men care about women's body count? And again, yes, they do, especially a real man. A real man, when he's looking for a woman that he knows not just represent him, but she represents herself in a way that her essence of her will leave a fragrance in the room. Leave a fragrance in the room. I know for some of you guys probably be like, well, I leave a fragrance in the room. Okay, you may be right. But what kind of fragrance are you leaving? Is it a fragrance that would hit them to, I would normally say, hit them in they shanana, and then they be like, ooh, a fragrance that they will forever never forget, but it will leave a pleasant seed within you and outside of you. Because everything about you from the inside and out will show that everything about you is original. It leaves a sweet aroma. It doesn't leave something that's so bold that, oh, you get that one hit and that's it. It leaves that sweet aroma that would never be forgotten. Your presence, like as I was with, prime example, with my daughter, and I always use my daughter. That's my princess. And she had a book fair thing that happened this week, right? And I was just walking in, and then I just happened to feel somebody stare at me. You know how you feel somebody stare at you, and you're like, okay, should I turn my eyes to look? It feels a little awkward, but should I turn my eyes to look? And as I was looking, I said, don't I know this guy? I saw a guy that looked familiar to me. And then I remembered. And I said, how are you? He said, how are you? said, "No, no." He said, "I remember you." He said it very quickly. I was like, "Whoa." He said, "I spotted you a long time ago." I turned my head like this. I said, "Okay." He said, "Yeah, I saw you in the parking lot." Oh, dang. And I remember I met this gentleman when I was walking my niece to school. And so, with that being said, just that little bit, and we didn't even talk long, but still a familiar face, a familiar presence. And he never forgot that. Anytime he spotted me in the parking lot. I parked far. I didn't even see him, but I saw around my surroundings. And so, with that being said, that goes to show that I left an imprint, a good imprint from one time. So, to all my sisters out there, and for those who, already have something from their past, you know, whatever happened in your past, it's already done. Just be prepared that it's going to circle back around. Anything you did on social media, being provocative in your community. I know people, women who are out there like that in their community, very fast, doing things that they shouldn't have been doing. And now when they're ready to settle down, it's like, who in that area is going to take you serious? Because there's some women who are in their community that really never leave outside of their community. They barely even travel, and they still, you know, stay in the area that they grew up in, and everybody know what you done. Everybody know your business. Everybody know you from your past. And I know people say, okay, well, your past is your past. You're a new creature. Yes, we all go through that change, but that's why it's very important as women, for those who are already out there. If you got children and you know that you, like I said, you've done things in your past and they're still cycling around, you just make sure you do your best to let your children know and be honest with them that you didn't have a perfect life, that you made mistakes, and that you're trying to make sure that you don't make them again with even your children. If you're not sure, like I've known some young ladies who are out there living that life, who had a high body count, and they was ready to settle down. And I told them, I said, it's going to come a time when you're the person that don't know nothing about you. And let's say you do move out of the state or the country. If you come back here, people going to know about you. Somebody going to know something. Then you have some people say, oh, well, when I move, I ain't never coming back. That's it. They're not gonna know who I am if I move to another place. Let me share something with you. When people say the world is very small, the world is very small. And you would never believe that at first, but the world is very small. I've met people that I know here, and I traveled across seas and just happened to cross paths with them or somebody they know. And I'm like, oh my God, we're on the other side of the world now. We're on the other side of the world. And I'm hearing about this over here. Gotta be kidding me. This is no joke. So I say to you, to all women out there, learn to remember that everything about you, the essence of you, is either sweet or not sweet. You know what? I understand. I know you just want to leave out of South Carolina, but it is well, and takes time. Even if you done things wrong, you just make sure you have children now. Like I said, make sure that you are doing what you're supposed to do. Correct the situation. Get with those who will guide you in the right direction. You heard me say guide you in the right direction, the right path. Give you some nuggets, and the rest is really up to you. They can place it in your hand, give you the directions for it. Now it's up to you on how you're gonna whip up that recipe now. But just know that body count for men, real men, does matter. Women's body count to men, real men, you hear me saying that, does matter. Now, I can't say for all these other kind of guys that's out here, the new word for them are called simps, because those are the type of young guys who were raised up in single family homes, majority, the high rating of that, or those who did have both parent in the home, but apparently the other parent really wasn't a good example. So they just let the child do anything. And so that's why you have these issues. Hate to say it, this is why you have these issues. I know back in the day, people used to always say, do what you need to do while you're young. But again, that catches up with you if you are anywhere up and down the East Coast, anywhere in the United States, because somebody in one of these states knows somebody. Small world. Small world. You hear that? Small world. And it doesn't matter where you go, somebody knows somebody. And people are traveling more. People are moving outside more. I mean, look at a prime example. Look at a lot of basketball players. I'm going to use some of those NBA stars, NFL, et cetera, et cetera. And you hear about these other females who are out here who have a body count with some of them stars and whatever else. And now they writing books and stuff and blabbing everybody's personal business out and all that. Those type of individuals to me, and I may be wrong to some people what I'm saying, that type of lifestyle and that type of individual is very, 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 very dramatic, very toxic, very emotional. It's damaging. I'm not saying that exposing the truth is a bad thing. However, it does cause, especially in our community, it does cause a traumatic tear in the relationships with men and women. And that is something that needs to be really discussed amongst couples. It really needs to be healed, not bandaged. We really got to correct it so that our children and the youth that are watching us now, because trust me, youth is on social media, the youth is on TikTok, the youth is on Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, all of it. They're on everything that you post. They're there. They're there watching. They there. Amen. I know that's right. And with that being said, when you can admit what you've done wrong, that does a big difference. It really does. It really does. Like I've come across so many sisters who let me know what happened in their lifestyle because of the environment you grew up in. Some of the environments we grew up in, that's all you know. I've known those who I went to college with that was out here being strippers and doing some extra side hustles on the side. I would, even back then, I would tell them, I don't suggest it. I'll try to detour them from it. I've known some who actually almost lost their life because of the type of stuff that they was doing that built up body count. And again, it's the discretion of the man if that's what he wants to deal with. And then there's some men who are not real men. Like I said, they do what they do. They want what they want. And even I've seen those who get out here, they married a woman, and that woman thinking that, okay, that was my past, that's how I was. But you really don't know who you married. And guess what? That person you married, his whole agenda was to just use you as an imagery and then still do what he do. So it's so many dynamics to it that it's not even funny that people are really getting hurt. Men are getting hurt by it. Women are getting hurt by it. People really don't know who they are. So they just jumping into any relationship, doing anything prematurely, any kind of way, anytime, any place. So again, does body count matter? Yes. To real men it does. And I said real men. Real men who have found and grown, who's been taught, who also really been out there to know what's what. There are so many undercover, like, let me use this one show my husband he be watching. It's I forgot the name of it, but some kind of show when the guy He drives his fancy car, like them pranks that people be doing all the time. And it's to catch gold diggers. And they go to different states and they just go to the hottest places that people get caught and they find them. It's only probably been 2 of the episodes that I've actually watched that the women actually value themselves. 2. And it was honest. They didn't even know they was being recorded at all. They did not know they were being recorded. And they passed. And the brother would say, "You know what? We need more sisters like you out here to help the other sisters out here." Yes. Yes. I've known some sisters out here that had a rough past. And I also see that some have actually gotten married because they was willing to admit and not hide it. But they also was willing to cleanse themselves up for them, not for nobody else, but for them. But just know that they also allowed certain things because they didn't know technically. They only did what they did know. So I definitely say out there to all sisters out there, to all brothers, if you got young men and women who you're mentoring, who's watching you, who comes to you, even down to your children, do the best and be the best that you can. Let them know the mistakes that you made so that they don't do it. God bless you too, sister, and your family as well. I believe I said that right. Hold on. Oh, God bless you, brother. I'm sorry. Far away, it looked like the picture was different. But yes, definitely take the time because our children in the society we living in, especially over here in the United States, I know it's a little different over there overseas, but definitely over here in the United States, it is very rough, very rough. And social media has taken a toll. The environment we live in has taken a toll. Everybody wants attention, seeking attention. If you know someone who is living on the street, guys, help them out. Don't let them get out here and you know, put themselves at risk, especially my sisters out here, because it's some stuff that will get them caught up. And it's very dangerous out there now because there are still young ladies out there who are prostituting, who are homeless, doing what they can because they're on the street because of the pandemic. And that's another way that builds up a body count. You see a sister out there, to all my real brothers, make sure you get them off the street if they're willing. Get them off. Bless those who still coming in on TikTok and those on Instagram and Restream Live. Come in, come in. But yeah, get out there and definitely let them know that, hey, you need some help. I got you. Let me bring you back in. Let me bring you back in. Because you be very amazed. You being that positive influence in them can take them a long way to guide them back to where they need to be, to get them some type of help where they need to be, so they won't be out here. Because I'm telling you, it's dangerous. It's dangerous for the mind. It's dangerous for the health. It's dangerous for the overall. And you be very amazed how many homeless people, how many sisters out there. That's another thing. Like when I was talking with my husband, he said he saw a young woman. He was driving the bus and she was living up underneath the bridge. Very attractive young sister, shapely, but you would have never known she had on sweats or whatever. And he said she was homeless. And it wasn't like she wanted to be. The pandemic. The struggle is real, guys. The pandemic. And with that being said, his concern was she's living there. Somebody's watching her. I told him, I said, well, did you ever think maybe, you know, she might not be telling you the truth? Sometimes there's some people we don't always tell everything. I said, maybe it's something else she's hiding that we are unaware of. But again, I'm not here to knock her. We don't really know. But it is a danger that she's there. But there are some who live out there underneath the bridges and other places, and that's their way of living. And then when they do come across somebody that want to get them up off the streets, there's some that actually marry, like marry people. So Again, I'm not knocking nobody on what they do. I'm just here to just speak the truth and only but the truth and give the truth and give some encouragement, to give some uplifting, to actually push you out there to help the young girls to do better so that they won't think that it's okay, to help the young men to do better so they don't think it's okay. That's my duty. That's my duty to make sure. So, with that being said, just make sure that we all hold each other accountable, that we all pay attention on how we carry ourselves, and look at our character, because your character determines who you are. Your character determines who you are. If you, a young lady, if you're out here, to all my young ladies, love you within you so that you can leave a very rare essence for that man, that real man, not that counterfeit, not the cover up, not the one that's going to dampen your light. The real brothers that are out here who is looking for you, queen, because they're out there. They are out there. And my brothers, your queen, your goddess, they are out there. They are out there. Just take your time with each other and pay attention. Don't jump into any situation that's going to cause the emotions to take over and cloud your judgment. That's where, especially for us women, we are very emotional creatures. And for those who have jumped from relationship to relationship to relationship, or just been on a dating game, it's very important. That's a part of why somebody counts build up. Learn to love yourself. You don't have to go out here and do anything with nobody. Save yourself for the person who you know for it's going to be a lifetimer for real. And I know some people are like, okay, well, I'm not planning on getting married or being in a relationship. Cool, cool. I look, if you can guide someone that you know that is looking for that, or I don't even like to use the word looking, but desire, let them guide them. If you know a good person right for them and they seem like they're compatible somewhat, guide them, because there is someone out of a whole billions and trillions of people that is still out there for you, for you, for you, and for you. That's for my brothers and my sisters. Still out there. Come on now. So, with that being said, today was a shorter day on the podcast. I tried to do something different. I started at 7. I normally start at 5 p.m., but the time is getting ready to change over here in the East Coast, guys. So I just wanted to throw that out there to you. I'm going to be doing my podcasts at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Eastern Standard Time. Just remember, if you're in the Pacifics or the Central and the West Coast, y'all know what time it is. If you are international, GMT plus one time, you know what time it is. Just make sure that you're out here, not just living it up alone. Be out here to help people that really is needing it. Show it. Don't just talk about it. Show it by action, because action is the key to everything. Again, thank y'all for always following me. Hit that like button, share, show your sister some love and support. I don't ask for much. I'm just glad that I'm here to just be here to uplift. And remember, the God in you is the God that lives in and out of you. You are kings and queens. You are royal. You are chosen. Everything made of you is of the essence of every star that shines. And let your sons and daughters know this. Our children are watching us, not just our children, but people, even adults. We all adults. We are watching each other. We are always observing to see. But don't observe to be, so judgmental. deserve. But if you see that some criticism needs to be given, good criticism, do so. Critique it. It doesn't matter. But for those who are going through things, please, if y'all going through some stuff, definitely in your area, reach out to someone that can help you. I know a lot of individuals are going through some depression. I've been noticing lately, especially this whole high on the mental, you know, mental depression and stuff like that. As I was telling a few people that we're gonna end podcast soon, is is so strange within the last few years that people have been under stress mentally more now than ever. And the word mental has been across all platforms very heavy. I need all my brothers and sisters to really pay attention and ask yourself this: where is all of this issue coming from? What has changed to cause more mental issues? I'm going to tell you, the environment. Remember, I'm an herbalist. The environment, the food, and all the other stuff that's going on right now. Pay attention. Pay attention. It's very important that you make sure that you are eating, consuming clean, godly things. I have to share that with you guys. I know if y'all have just watched one of my early TikTok videos, if anybody follows me on Cynthia TikTok at official Cynthia J, if you're on Instagram or Restream, you'll see that like today I made me a tonic. I make those things for healing, healing myself. When the doctors could not do anything for me, I went to the source. God said, I need you to come back. I went to the source, went to nature. I healed myself, and the doctors were surprised. Fasting, prayer, herbs. Didn't eat a lot of that unnecessary stuff. So wintertime is coming, guys. It's over here. If you're in the United States, up and down the East Coast, wintertime is coming. So make sure that you are not consuming things that is going to depress your solar area. That's your stomach, your system. For real. Get ready for you and your family. Get ready. This is you should have been already doing it, but this is the time now to get ready to make sure that you're eating right. You're taking time to let your body cleanse itself. You don't have to eat all the time. Separate yourself from things off of social media. For those who be trying to reach me, I do apologize, but I don't always answer because I am always spiritually focused, in tune. For those who are looking for some assistant, I have an amazing sister, prophetess Cornell September White. You guys, I've shared. You see me on her on my posts on my platforms. For those who are in domestic violent abuse relationships, definitely, if you need to reach me, hit me in my bio, shoot me an email. I can definitely send you her contact information if you are right here in the U.S., especially in the East Coast. For those who are going through domestic violence, mentally, physically, all the above. Last but not least, stay tuned for more podcasts to come because these next podcasts is going to shake your buns. I know people are like, well, hold on. For those who want to know, am I still on my gospel journey? I'm always on my gospel journey. Yes, I'm a child of the Most High who lives in me, invited me, which makes me the most. And I am always there. I still do music. I still sing. I still do it all. I don't just do that. Like I said, I'm a herbalist by trade. I'm a birthing doula. For those who are looking for a birthing doula and postpartum doula, definitely hit me up in my bio. You can reach me and my co-partner, which is my sister. We are birthing doulas. For those who don't know what a birthing doula is a woman or a man. They actually men, they're birthing doulas who are next to a midwife, but we don't do what midwives do. But yet we coach you through the process. We give you some guidance on what type of medicine the doctors or the nurses can be giving you. We let you know what it's about. We show you technique moves, the same moves as used in yoga, that helps stretch the uterus and the spinal cord and all of that, preparing your womb for your blessed seed. And we never neglect the father. The father, we definitely ask the father to participate in it because fathers are necessary. Fathers are needed. Fathers are our key protectors. Anyone that's out here saying they don't need them, trust me, you need them. If they're not around, I send my prayers to you. Sometimes stuff just happens. But reach out. You can look in my bio for Healing Hearts Tailor-Made Doula. If you're also looking to have some help with your nutrition, eating, and ask for different types of herbs that could help, I'm your girl, your sister, your psalmist, your inspirational Cynthia J right here. Click that bio again. So, with that being said, I just want to thank you guys for chiming in today. I really enjoy y'all always. Thank you for following me. This is not just about catching followers. This is about actually being there for brothers and sisters. This is a platform that is to encourage you. This is also to hold us accountable in so many ways. So, with that being said, I'm not going to hold you guys up. Follow your girl on YouTube. I have music on YouTube. Just type in Cynthia J. Stretch Your Faith. I have plenty of songs on there for you that is encouraging, inspiring, uplifting. I still have music in the making. It's just that I have been led to stay focused on this. And I enjoy taking my time to talk with you guys. I know y'all probably get tired of me blabbering my mouth. But with all that being said, I thank you all for always chiming in and sharing. I love you guys. Stay tuned for next week, next Thursday, 7 p.m. Same place, same time. You don't want to miss out. Share this with a family member. Share, share, share. Hit that like button. Go on YouTube and all my social medias in my bio link. Subscribe. Hit those likes. Peace and love to all those on TikTok. Love you guys. All those up on there. Yes. I am so excited. So I just want to tell y'all, thank you guys for coming in on Instagram, Restream. You guys have truly been a blessing. I am not going to hold y'all up any longer. I'm going to get up here and get you guys ready for some of the commercials. For those who are on Restream, I wish that I could find a way to get them to put this on Restream because they be doing too much Instagram, TikTok. They don't really want people to connect. They take time to let the producers to get in. It's a whole bunch of crazy stuff. But trust and believe. But with that being said, I'm not gonna hold you guys up. I am your co-host, your girl, Cynthia J. Do not forget about your sister. Do not forget about your sister. Look it up in here and hit that like button and share. Yes, love you guys. If you're looking for a psalmist and a birthing doula, singer, songwriter, influencer, and much more, contact your sister, Cynthia J, at 703-747-9543. 703-747-9543. Still available. Getting ready to change those dates. Still available now of December. You don't want to miss out. Come on now. Make sure you follow, subscribe, and reach me. Are you still looking for a birthing doula? You are just at the right place at the right time. Healing Hearts Tailor-Made Doula is right here for you. in the East Coast, Northern VA, you can reach us at 703-347-3240. 703-347-3240. Right here in Northern VA. We are here to serve you and your family during your birth experience. Sending out some love to Hot Mix Radio in the Northern Neck, VA. If you're trying to get your music promoted, this is the first Black-owned radio station in Northern Neck, VA on the countryside. They have been publicized in Richmond on every news broadcast there is. You can email them at hotmix, H-O-T-mix, M-I-X-V-A-1, number 1 at gmail.com. Send them all your information that will be there for you. You want advertisement, publicity for your business, or want to promote your music? Hit up Hot Mix Radio. Reach out to I Am Ministries, domestic violence around the world, with our prophetess. Right. Want to reach her? Definitely email me so that I can send her information right to you guys. Yes. Prophetess, right. If you're in a domestic abuse relationship, physically, mentally, whatever area, even for children, please reach out to your girl, Cynthia J. You can email me, and I definitely can send her information. Next time, I definitely will have her information up here as well. You don't want to miss out. Again, we thank you guys for joining the Cynthia J Show podcast. I am your co-host, Cynthia J. Cynthia J Ministry. Peace, love, and blessings.
My story is for your glory.